Hey, New Patient Group Nation, welcome into this week's 5 Fantastic Minutes. I'm Coach Eric. Welcome back. Hey, this is a continuation off of an idea that I had shared a few weeks back where we're digging into the exam room process itself. So for our treatment coordinators, hopefully you grab a couple notes here. And the idea here is related to Invisalign, right? Or clear aligners. We got a lot of our clients, in fact, every client that we work with has some level of motivation to want to promote clear aligners. It's a huge trend in the orthodontic industry. In fact, it's the #1 growing trend of consumer interest. So we definitely want to be strategic around how we promote clear aligners and Invisalign. And the idea here is, as we're talking to that younger patient, adolescent, teenager, is that we work to make the option of Invisalign a very positive choice and build enthusiasm and build momentum before we talk about the necessities to be successful. And I'm stressing this because I've seen it far too often as I do an exam room observation and I hear and see a treatment coordinator talking to a patient, talking to parents, that as soon as we bring up the idea of Invisalign and clear aligners, we immediately start talking about compliance, right? We immediately take the idea of doing Invisalign and start talking about the responsibilities for it to work, right? And it's showing a little bit of a skewed personal bias. Perhaps you've been burned, in your own family. Perhaps you've been burned as you've seen patients that were incompliant. And so you start targeting your message around that negative concept, right? Now, compliance is incredibly important. It's incredibly valuable to talk about, but I don't want to lead with that idea because it takes an area of genuine intrigue, an area that they should be getting very excited by, and we're already blunting their enthusiasm. So rather than starting with those negatives, I want to start with a whole abundance of positive things they should love about the idea of doing Invisalign. And it begins with that personal lifestyle recommendation. If they're a softball player, that's a great fit. If they're in the band, that's a great fit. If they're in drama, it's a great fit. And there's a lot of other places where you can build the intrigue and the interest around something about them personally. So that's where I would want to begin, is with positives related to who they are as a person. Okay, then I want to build positives that are based off of what we know about teenagers or adolescents combined with Invisalign aligners, right? So things like no food restrictions, right? They love that. Things like comfort, more comfortable than braces, brackets and wires. Aligners are far more comfortable. Things like the cosmetic appeal, all right? Can go through treatment more discreetly. And there's other positives as well. Hygiene's a great positive as well, especially as you relate to mom and dad who are sitting there with you. So build upon these lifestyle as well as well-known positives that others have appreciated about doing aligners as a teenager. When you build all this momentum, now they're tracking with you. Now they're listening and they're interested and they're excited about this choice. And it makes it easier now to talk about things like compliance, to overcome concerns that mom might have about wearing or losing aligners, right? But if you start with the negatives, you're already stealing away the momentum you're trying to build. So instead, let's build the momentum, and now let's handle some of those potential what ifs and challenges that we need to address. Hope you like this idea. Take it back into the exam room and see how it works for you. Make sure you're always listening to every month's NPG podcast and like and subscribe right now to this video. We appreciate it. Talk to you all soon.